What's up, Juventus? We've got new names all over the place in the reports today. A few at fullback, but is that going to sway Juve's decision? Because apparently an offer is ready for Wesley. We'll go through the details. You've also got a new name in the midfield, a new name at center back. You've got a new one in the attack, as well as updates on Endrick and even Jonathan David. Meanwhile, Rugani, are we getting ready to say goodbye? A new candidate has emerged for the defender, and Elkann trying to sweeten the pot for the players ahead of our match against Real Madrid. We are going to look at the details there as well and all your news. I'm Berto, this is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's June 30th. Let's rock with the news, and we're going to start things off at the fullback position. We have two new names emerging as potential candidates for Juventus. The first one is 26-year-old Joaquin Piqueres from Palmeiras. He is available for 15 million euros and could be a potential target for Juventus. And now today you also have apparently Azpilicueta offered up to Juventus after leaving Atletico Madrid. He is available on a free transfer. He is having interest from Spain as well as MLS. There are no negotiations up until this point, and nobody has stated how Juve feels about Azpilicueta. He is currently 35 years old. And again, are these names going to just be added to the mix with guys like Gutierrez and De Kuiper? Because apparently Juve might not be getting swayed. We know Comoli was scouting at that Flamengo match yesterday, and apparently an offer is ready. Comoli is stepping up everything and contacts with the player and his entourage right now as we speak. Apparently the first offer is ready at 15 to 20 million euros. However, this is expected to get rejected by Flamengo, and we might have to come up to the original range, which was around 25 to 30 million euros. But apparently Comoli is ready to make his approach. And a reminder, everybody, that the mercato officially opens on July 1st. So let's see. Wesley, is that your top pick out of all the candidates that we have? Hit me in the comments. Meanwhile, when we look at center back, there is a new name to add to the mix. Kind of a new name, and that is 29-year-old Leo Ortiz from Flamengo as well. He is available for 15 million euros. Might sound familiar because he was one of the names listed as a potential candidate to join Juventus in the winter mercato when we were scrambling for help at the center back position. Leo Ortiz has emerged yet again. Let's see. Meanwhile, in the midfield, again, a new name, Fidel Ambris, 22-year-old from Monterrey, has an asking price of 5 million euros, and Juve apparently is monitoring the situation. Look, you had two candidates earlier this week, one from Southampton, one from Lens, and I said the same thing. You're looking at spending money. You've got Miretti on the backside of a strong loaned out season. But this reeks of Moneyball. Selling Miretti, getting your capital gain, and then picking up some of these cheap deals. Again, we won't judge Comoli until some action is actually taken place. However, when you hear things like this, it does reek of Moneyball. Let's see. Meanwhile, in the attack, the new name to add to the mix is Samu Ageoa. Apparently, Juve tried last summer to bring him in, and they might try again when the Club World Cup ends. But you've got an update on Endrick. Apparently, Juve still monitoring the situation as Endrick is trying to evaluate what is going to happen with Xabi Alonso, and he could be open to a goodbye, but it wouldn't be a permanent goodbye from Juve's part. They're looking on some assistance in the form of a loan. It has no news around it being a permanent deal. So again, all eyes on Endrick for just a loan. But when it comes to Jonathan David, we have been hearing that the Vlahovic situation could put a freeze on things. Today, we hear a contradiction, and that is that Jonathan David could also be signed before any solution solution is found with Dusan Vlahovic. So let's see. Meanwhile, when it comes to Rugani, you've got a potential coaching change at Porto with Ferrioli potentially joining there, and Ferrioli wants Rugani at Porto. Could this also be a key in finally just getting Juve the price that they want on Chico Conceição, just to be able to retain him and avoid the Sancho situation? Maybe. So all eyes will be following this latest emerging report on Porto being in for Rugani if Francesco Ferrioli becomes the coach. And we've got our match coming up against Real Madrid in the Club World Cup, and it is being reported that Elkann trying to sweeten the pot for his players, offering up 30,000 euros for each player if they can get the job done and get the victory against Real Madrid. There should be no enticing needed. However, it doesn't hurt. But Elkann, I still think you need to put some money on the line in some of these other situations. All right, because the Club World Cup, yes, there's a lot of money on the line if you win. I believe it's close to 13 million euros for winning and achieving that quarterfinal stage. However, you've got to finish this nonsense around Artur, Milik, Kostic, etc. Say goodbye. Put your money there. Hey, that's just what I think. You know what to do, though. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AGC Army, and let me know what you think on all the news you just heard here today. Can't wait to mix it up with you. And tomorrow, of course, is going to be match day, and we will hope that we can get the job done against Real Madrid. Until next time, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.